Y'all ready? It's time to talk ball with Spunky Spectrum. Let's ride! Ow. Woke up in the morning, coffee in my hand, another season about to start. I'm the fantasy man, scouting sleepers, crunching numbers late at night, building rosters that gon' shine under them lights. From rookie watch to big revenge, I see it all, stacking points while the league's watching me ball. Best ball drafting, no waivers, just pure skill. I'm taking shots, watch the whole league getting killed. Yeah, the grind don't stop, the picks stay high. When the money's on the line, I connect the dots. We're talking fantasy football, best ball drafting deep. Spunky Spectrum spinning, put a league to sleep. 15 grand on DraftKings, cashed it like a king. Now the whole damn country know I run this thing. Yeehaw, raise them up, another W in the books. Fantasy king, got the trophies and the looks. From the podcast mic to the big check in my hand, this is Spunky Spectrum boys, the fantasy man.
Yeah, late night edition of Dylan's History Sports World Cup Manic Monday. You know, usually Manic Monday was for the second Monday in Wimbledon. Well, it's going to be known for the craziness of all these games tonight with Brazil, Japan, Paraguay, Germany, Morocco, and the Netherlands. Big D Live, driving the top production, Spunky Spectrum Sports. We're nearly midnight here in Southwest Florida, and you know what? For round of 32, we've seen three crazy games. First off, congratulations to Morocco, Paraguay, and Brazil winning. Morocco beating, Netherlands on penalties tonight. And, you know, be honest with you, this was the heavyweight showdown we all expected. I mean, feels like the Dutch and Morocco should be meeting the the quarterfinal, maybe a semifinal. Instead, met in the round 32, and boy, the classic tonight. But Morocco winning on penalties. Cody Gakpo scoring the opener, the only goal for Dutch. He's been dealing with tragedy with the death of his unborn son. So after he was scored, it looked like Gakpo was hurt, but I think he was dealing with the emotions of his unborn child. As we now almost hit midnight, but scoring that goal. And frankly, for much of the game, the Dutch played a lot of counter-attack, defensive, tried to play on the counter. I mean, Ronald Koeman played, you could argue a 5-for-1 in some cases. But, the Netherlands scored 10 goals in the group stage. So, and the Netherlands is known for playing beautiful football. Well, tonight, it seemed like the Dutch played really defensive football. And, you look at expected goals. The Dutch only registered 0.23 expected goals. And Gakpo was the only good chance for the Dutch. I think the Dutch only put up 2 shots on goal in 120 minutes. But, they were 7 near targets. All good, especially for Morocco. I think Hakimi hit a post. One at a crossbar. They were a couple big-time moments. The Dutch goalie played really well tonight. Let me see if I can get his name. Bald really well, made 5 key saves, and really, there was a big extra time save that kept the Dutch in the game. But honestly, I think Ronald Koeman's going to have some explaining to do as we hit midnight here in Southwest Florida. But why did the Dutch go from scoring 10 goals in the knockout round to barely registering a meaningful shot on goal in 120 minutes? That's pitiful. And it's okay to play defensive against, maybe France, against, maybe Argentina. While the Dutch playing defensive, it seemed like the Dutch was scared of Hakimi, and I know Hakimi's the best right back in the world, but can't be scared of a right back, really? Especially when Morocco outplayed Brazil early in that game. Hello, Franz. Craziness in Houston, Foxborough, and Monterey tonight. How about Monterey? Last game that Monterey's going to have at the World Cup. Hi, Adeline, and they get a they get a penalty shootout, and the Dutch have, for whatever reason, don't have a great history with extra time and penalties at the World Cup. I think the Dutch have only won like one extra time and penalty shootout. And that might be the Tim Krul game, 2014 World Cup. I think it was the quarterfinal when Tim Krul came off the bench and made a couple saves for Holland. But crazy to me that the Dutch can't win games that go beyond 90 minutes. As for Morocco, I think Morocco played better football, more attacking, created better chances, and I think Hakimi, there were a couple big moments here and there. I mean, the goal, Robert Bangles won ahead and found Cody Gakpo, but then I'm Brazilian, but I think this time Argentina win. Well, you know what? Gap being Morocco's story. Yeah, Morocco's crazy what's doing Brazilian, but think Argentina's win may not be the craziest thing to say, especially with Germany and with Brazil not looking great early against Japan, but we'll see what Argentina does just down the road from me at Hull Rock in a couple nights. But I think Morocco really played well, hit the post a couple times. And then late goal, Diop. I think when Diop scored, that was his first international goal. But who do you think will win? I think France will win because France has got simply so much attacking talent. And Mbappe, Dembele, Doué, Alize, Barcola, Cherky. I worry a little bit about defense, but I don't think France will. I don't think France will have problems scoring goals against Sweden tomorrow, but we'll see. Diop scoring. I'm like Diop scoring. I don't think he ever scored a goal for Morocco, but probably the least that Morocco deserve. And then, frankly, once extra time hit, Morocco don't even win. I just hope Argentina doesn't win. Well, then Argentina be the first side to repeat as World Cup winner since Brazil in 58 and 62. Certain Pele. But it's just for whatever reason, Dutch seem to play for penalties. I think Morocco created more. Definitely. So I'll talk a little bit about Brazil in a little bit, but really, and for whatever reason, it seemed like fatigue hit this game more than the game in Foxborough. And maybe a couple of those Dutch substitutions were not ones Ronald Koeman didn't want to make. Trust me, Ronald Koeman didn't want to take out Frankie de Jong or Cody Gakpo. Because surely those two guys, in all likelihood, would have taken penalties. And that threw a monkey wrench into everybody's in the plans. And then PK shooting, everybody thinks it's, dumb luck. I don't care if these guys play in Holland, France, Germany, Spain, England. Everybody looks at penalties. And there's craziness and there's history with what's going to happen in penalties. And I mean, tonight, I don't think we saw the best penalty shooting. I mean, Dutch started with going one, making the first, and then Elnay missed, and then Kuiper missed, scored, then Wakos and scored, and then Timber and Hakimi both missed. Somerville's penalty, the fifth one, ended up being same stuff. Well, I think it's like the Dutch Player of the Year knocks Holland out of the World Cup. So Holland's earliest defeat, elimination out of World Cup in round 32. And now, question going to be asked around Koeman's defensive strategy. This all likelihood is Virgil van Dijk's final World Cup match. And, Dutch going on to round 32, Germany going on to round 32, and trust me, I'm going to talk about Germany next. But how about Morocco? Winning the penalty shootout against Spain the last World Cup, winning the penalty shootout at the African Cup of Nations January. And I think it's crazy. And Africa's put together a really good World Cup. Well, this continues it. And now Morocco survives to play Canada on the 4th of July in Houston. So, Morocco's got a little bit of time to recover, but, for the Dutch, a country used to playing beautiful football, that was a defensive disaster tonight. Not in terms of giving up goals, but in just not wanting to go forward. So Hakimi and Morocco still alive, and this heavyweight showdown. Hated. One top 10 team survives, the other one's going home. It doesn't feel right that Holland's out of the World Cup, but that's what happens. You know what else was crazy? Paraguay beating Germany. France, you're right, my friend. I don't think anyone could have seen Paraguay beating Germany. Be honest, the U.S. played both sides. The Americans played Germany in their last warm-up game before the World Cup, and of course beat Paraguay in an opener. The Paraguay team we beat was not that cohesive, not that defensively strong. The Paraguay team that outlasted Germany was that team. But I think Germany faces major problems. I think Julian Nagelsmann, been the Germany manager, is probably going to get sacked or forced to resign, because there's no way in this game that Germany should be playing, de facto 4-4-2 or 4 with Kimmich at right back and no Musiala. Why Musiala didn't play? And I know Undav has scored a couple goals off the bench, but why not play both of them together? With Havertz, and I think Havertz played really well, scored, but they're more issues. Paraguay definitely against some run of play, scored in Julian Cinzo, looking like a dangerous force score. Then Kai Havertz scored early in the second half back. Germany controlled lost possession, and Paraguay's keeper, let me see what his name is, Gil, was unbelievable today. Orlando Gil made 1, 2, 3. Let me see. 6 saves today, and really kept Morocco in this game and gave it, it's like in hockey when a goalie stands on his head and gives his team a chance to win. Orlando Gill gave Morocco a chance to win this game tonight. And, Paraguay a chance to win this game. My apologies. But, Germany will have arguments. I mean, early in extra time, there was a moment that German fans are going to replay over and over. Where one of the biggest and most controversial decisions at a World Cup in recent time. John Tah, Bayern Munich defender, looked like he had scored, but VAR ruled that there was a foul on the goalie, on Gill. And be honest with you, with no bias, I think that decision was one of the worst decisions at the World Cup. Honestly, it looked like a good goal. Contact looked minuscule. And maybe Gill embellished the contact. Maybe he simulated the contact, made the contact worse, and the referee, after consulting with the VAR, said that's a foul, goal chalked off. So game still 1-1, and then the game went to penalties. And we all know Germany wins penalty shootouts. I mean, Germany had never lost a penalty shootout at a World Cup. In fact, I could count on one hand how many seemingly Germany never misses penalties, other than Lucas Podolski in 2010, right? But I bet there are a few English fans thinking, I wish you had missed kicks in 90 or 96. But Kai Havertz was saved from Gill, then Mauricio scored, and both teams scored second and third. Then all heck happened. I mean, missed. So all Paraguay needed to do was score one of its last two. Sanabria missed. Then Mari in a must-make scored. Then Valbuena, and then a Neuer saved Valbuena. Missed his chance to be a hero. Then Ta, thinking he had won the game in extra time, didn't just miss. That ball is somehow traveling through Gillette Stadium, a little like a Roberto Baggio in the 1994 World Cup final. I think that ball might have ended up in the harbor. So he's got a chance to be hero. He makes, so Paraguay survived, Germany all out of the World Cup, and Julian and this man Germany are A, not liking VAR tonight, and B, they're questioning, why didn't Musiala start the game? Why didn't Kimmich play more in the midfield and not at right back? Because Kimmich's far better midfield than right back. But for a side that's used to dominate football, been there seemingly quarter, semi-final, or heck winning, Germany's not made out of the group stage in 2018 or 2022, and then out in the round of 32 this year. This is not Germany that we've seen. This is an inconsistent Germany side, and frankly, the era of Manuel Neuer and all those guys from 2014, over. There's got to be a new Germany side run, and by Florian Wirtz, Musiala. I was even surprised first taken off in extra time, because I thought for sure he would have taken a penalty, but that's either near there. Congrats to Paraguay. It's just, if we're going to say that Paraguay really didn't try and score, they really didn't do much, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares? It's whether or not a team wins. And you know who else did? Brazil won 2-1 over Japan. I mean, Japan, I think, played really well the first half. Really well in the first half, really limited what Brazil could do. Second half, Brazil looked like Brazil. Carlo Ancelotti made some big moves, put it on Endrick, put it on Gabriel Martinelli, and both of those moves paid off. Sano scored the opener for Japan. Then Casemiro scored with his head, and then late in stoppage time, Martinelli. We won it in the 96th minute on a pass from Bruno Gameiras. It was, and frankly, I think Japan played two defense line, maybe got a little tired, and Brazil kept coming forward. This is a different Brazil side, but I don't know what it is, but Carlo Ancelotti's teams always win late. And they always win ugly. And Brazil found a way to win. So it doesn't matter. I mean, Brazil ended up playing the Norway Ivory Coast winner. So that's going to be an interesting game. I think that's the first game tomorrow. Yeah, so in tomorrow's games, actually today's games, now Norway and Ivory Coast, France, Sweden, and of course Mexico, Ecuador. U.S. plays Wednesday night. Wow. If we have 3 games like the ones we did today and the Canada-South Africa game in LA, the round 32 will be just fine. Hopefully the U.S. Bosnia and Herzegovina will be like 5-0. We don't have anything to worry about Wednesday night, but I have a feeling there'll be some fireworks. Hopefully the U.S. can get its first knockout win over a European side in a couple nights. But, it's 12:18, 12:19, 12:20 in the morning here. We saw 330 minutes worth of great football today. And that's why this sport's known as Beautiful Game. And, in North America, we're seeing the beautiful game at its finest. And I don't care whether you're Paraguay, you're France, you're England, you're Egypt, there's always a chance, Morocco fans in Monterrey or Casablanca tonight feel like they can win the World Cup. Brazil fans in Rio think they can win the World Cup. Paraguay fans think their country can win a World Cup. Canadians in Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa think, you know what, they can win the World Cup. And maybe if you're Canada, playing a tired Morocco side might be the way to win. Or at least give Morocco a better game. But, it's another reason why the World Cup's the biggest sporting event. I mean, every stadium's packed. The ratings through the roof. And I think the best of this World Cup is yet to come. And we're going to see it on the pitch throughout the summer. But thanks for tuning into this late night edition World Cup Manic Monday. I'm not talking about women, even though it just started today. I'm talking World Cup Manic Monday because we got more knockout games. This is the Big D signing off. They are Moroccans, not Moroccans. Well, Morocco can win a penalty shootout, that's for sure. This is the Big D signing off. Spunky Spectrum Sports, driving the top productions. Thank you for tuning in and check me out because there's more content coming.